Hello Aquarius, it's Marina back from the Butterfly Effect, and this is your reading for October 2019. I've just got through I Will Survive. I have a feeling we may have had this before. I almost wish I hadn't clarified down quite as much as I had, because the sort of combination of the last 5 cards pulled out my Soul Shrinker and my Glancomer yet again. The theme of the year for Aquarius is this partner, this person is still very much in your midst. There have been some Aquarians who have, broken free. We have picked that up in some readings. Some have been quite positive, but in the main, for my big monthly readings, it's still this energy coming through. So let's get into it. This is your energy, Aquarius. This is probably a feminine Aquarian I am reading for here, and I have your external energy over here. So you have come through with slow and steady, the turtle spirit, with advocate as your archetype, which is inspires you to put compassion into action. But you can also be embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. I have got your external energy come through as the mediator. So you might actually be in court with an advocate and a mediator here. I swear that cat waits, especially for Aquarian readings, to just lose the plot completely. So here we go. Things are very slow, Aquarius, but this is lovely energy. This is actually quite peaceful energy. This is just trying to keep things so. Hang on, it's not going to settle. Yes, indeed. No. Okay, so what happened there? It's got a mouse. Did you remember that reading I did where there was a mouse in your house, Aquarius? Yes. So we've got another mouse, but he's not getting in this Aquarian's house, but there is a mouse on the doorstep which will now be consumed in that little bit that they don't like to eat. I don't know what it is, some sort of gallbladder or kidney. That will be there for me later on. So I'll just share that. So here we go, turtle. Turtle, slow and steady wins the race, but we have got some real fears here. This is very 9 of Swords energy. This can be blowing your fears out of proportion, Aquarius. It can be projecting old traumas into an imaginary future. It can be suggesting that realistic caution is in order here, but I just feel you're in quite a fearful place. You're not settled. There's insecurity around your relationship. Either you or the person you're dealing with has got serious issues on the work front. You may even be worried about your home situation. And the external energy who has come through as a mediator, so someone who wants to negotiate with you and bring fairness to the situation, has got let spirit be your guide with my hawk spirit. This is someone with a very expansive view. It does come down to a 5, which signifies some sort of change. Quite lofty ambitions, quite a high perspective, and someone who is being guided or is following what they think is the correct path, with a rebirth is assured. This is a bit like my hanged man, who does actually come up, and I think it's for this individual. That's why I'm relating the two. So this is obviously feeling quite stuck at the moment, but anticipating that things will get better, and that a rebirth is very much on the cards. The bat doesn't. He operates at night, basically, and obviously they have no eyesight or very poor. They use echolocation. So I feel this is someone who's trying to tune into their inner thoughts, trying to seek some sort of guidance to balance out this situation with you. They do seem incredibly troubled, Aquarius. But as I say, I pulled out the bloody Soul Shrinker at the tail end of it, and I almost wish I hadn't. So this is a negative speaker. This This is quite destructive energy. Someone who criticises you, belittles you, uses sarcasm to score points. So you might be, you know, having arguments with this person. You're just at odds with them, but at the same time, they do want to seek some mediation with you. They may, or you know, they at least seem that they would like to get things back on track. It's not the battery, is it? Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to go from here. Okay, we'll go with the good news first. This is Orca Magic. The Akashic Libraries are open. This is a fantastic card. It's kind of suggesting that you are going through some sort of ascension, which does often come with, you know, pain, to be perfectly honest. Some sort of trauma that, you know, opens up our consciousness. But let me read it because they say it way better than me. The whales are a key to unlocking the mysteries of the past history of the planet, including the times of Lemuria and Atlantis, and of the off-planet origins of some life on this planet. When this card comes to you, you are being given a strong message that you are the keeper of galactic mysteries and you have a strong star person connection. Star people are connected to the growing need to connect to the galactic web, which we are a very vital part of. In order to receive their message, you must allow yourself to hear their song and learn more of the ancient times. When this card appears, it is time to take yourself outside and gaze up into the night sky, learn about the constellations you can view from your home, tune into the worlds beyond this world and ask that they connect with you in a helpful way. Listening to the whale song can also help to heal any physical ailments you may have. Simply listening to a recording of their song can be healing for you at this time. Whales can also assist with intergalactic travel without physically leaving the planet. Seal and repair any wounds or tears in your energy field and return you to parts of your soul you may be unaware are even missing. It's pretty deep stuff. The Akashic Libraries are basically your past lives, if that's something that you subscribe to. I mean, I do have the Six of Cups here. This feels like a hugely karmic relationship that you're in, which means we have a great deal to learn from it. And maybe someone that you've had a past life with. And with the turtle and the whale, it just feels really, really deep and slow. Like you're trying to connect on a level that you're maybe not at yet, so everything is a little bit confusing. I mean, if you are going through an actual ascension, not to sound too new agey, which I'm not a fan of, but stuff gets taken away from you, Aquarius, relationships, jobs, homes, everything. It, you know, not usually all at once, but it is most certainly a process, and it's one that you cannot, to a certain extent, fight. You just have to be okay letting it go and being confident that whatever befalls you, you can handle. And I think that really is the key, because we don't have any control. Although we like to think we do, we have absolutely no control. We only control our reaction to what is thrown in our path. So I do think this has been a very difficult year for you, since I've been reading for you anyway, which is probably last November. I think we did have a wee highlight in the spring. But you just need to, the slow and steady, the turtle spirit is really good advice, is just to, you know, hang in there. Let me just read a wee bit of it. Gosh, I'm 10 minutes in, I haven't even started, but it does feel, I just don't want to repeat the same message. I don't really think that's helping you, Aquarius. Let's have a look. Here he is. I love turtles. Turtle Spirit arrives to remind you that when you do what you need to do, putting one foot in front of the other and trusting that you will see your intentions manifest in perfect timing, your prosperity and love will grow exponentially. Now is not the time to rush around trying to force matters. Move slowly, perhaps even so slowly that it feels as if you're not moving at all. This may be a time to crawl before walking, taking your time to align to Turtle Spirit places as you can. Taking your time to align to Turtle Spirit's place as you contemplate this road you are on. Doing what you need to do is this small moment that will soon pass. Bloody hell, Marina, speak. Turtle Spirit reminds you that sometimes the best action is to slow right down, so it feels as if you're not doing enough. Know that simply being aware of what is happening right now may be an important step towards determining whether you need to pivot or simply keep putting one foot in front of the other. True love and true success comes with patience, says Turtle Spirit, so focus on the now and the next step will become clear. Okay. So first up we have God, the Six of Cups with high honour and abundance. The Six of Cups is it is a sort of past life card as well, but it's also about being very nostalgic, being very serene. High honour is it's about being recognised for that. So it's almost like your patience, your serenity, your calmness should be rewarded, will be rewarded with abundance here. This is usually material abundance. So just hang in there, Aquarius. I think the biggest problem you have just now is your own worry. And that's what needs to be worked on, is to try and get yourself in a more positive mindset where worry isn't foremost in your mind, because that is what you're going to create. Now this could be your energy, but I don't think it is. I think this is my soul shrinker over here. So I had thoughts. So I've got a man and his thoughts here. This man, and I do think this is your partner, is having some real troubles. This is someone who's trying to bring into, this is an artist trying to create his vision. So he has a vision of the future, or a vision of his ideal life, or of a person, whatever it may be, but he's having trouble actually bringing it into the 3D, so to speak. At this moment it's more of an idea and a thought, very contemplative. Before I got on to my narc, I did get the Five of Wands, the King of Cups and the Ten of Wands. So the Wands cards are creative, they're usually involved in the workplace, but not wholly. But this is someone who's really struggling, sometimes with material reality in the Five of Wands, battling the dragon here. This is can be money troubles. It can be feeling that they don't have insufficient skills for what they'd like to achieve in their life. It can be a protesting body through fatigue or illness, and the Ten of Wands would sort of give that a nod. It's a fear of failure with this combination, especially with the King of Cups, who is quite inactive. I have covered Odysseus recently. It's Odysseus, isn't it? Or was it Orpheus? He doesn't have much luck. He's your wounded healer. He's someone who doesn't trust enough, and because he didn't trust enough, he lost the love of his life, basically. But yeah, apathy is really what I'm coming round to. This fear of failure has resulted in deep apathy for this person. It's their imagination is colliding with resistance of reality, really. Now he does have, and this is Jason here on his way to get the golden place, he has Medea here. Medea is a cousin of the High Priestess, so she's very psychic, basically, and he needs her because she knows how to find the dragon's lair and how to overcome the dragon. So as much as Jason is all about perseverance and loyalty and all his bravery, etc., without Medea, without that feminine balance, he's not able to achieve what he wants to achieve. basically. So there has to be like a balancing of the masculine and feminine here, really, because she has instincts and intuition that he does not possess. But with the Ten of Wands here, this is real. This is a struggle. Now, I mean, the Ten of Wands in this deck, basically Jason has already got the Golden Fleece. He's been through all of this, and this is the result. He has the Golden Fleece. Yes, his ship is all battered to bugger here, and he's now sitting in the wreckage of it, but you would think they still have something to celebrate, and I often do see this more of a card of procrastination. But the issue with the Ten of Wands in this particular deck is the fact that this is someone who's had, you know, if you've had a goal and it's about setting up a business and it goes well and you expand and you employ more people and it's super successful, and let's say, I mean, and then you sell it off or it folds, but it's usually something relatively successful. The problem is that the imagination is now sort of stunted because they don't know what to do next. It's fine when you're in the throes of it, you know, even if this relates to a relationship and you're trying to make it work and you're, you know, doing this and trying that and all the various things that you'll do to try and make a relationship that bit more harmonious. And even if it's successful, you sort of go into a bit of a depression, really. I really do see, this is not you, Aquarius, and I don't think it is, and I don't think it is because I have my glaucoma here. This person is going into a depression if they're not there already, because they are struggling enormously, and it may be on the work front, albeit their relationship isn't great either. So with the glaucoma here, you've had him all year. If you do follow me, you'll be more than familiar with who this character is. He does have very powerful narcissistic tendencies. He is all about illusions, delusions, lust, protection. He wears a mask. He's got a full bodysuit on here. You can only just see like his eyes. So I mean, this is someone who just, you know, puts a whole bodysuit on to go out into the world, and they just reflect back what you want to see. This is someone who doesn't know who they are. You know, if they're covert narc, then they do know who they are, and they're always terrified that they're about to be found out, so they do suffer from anxiety and depression and oppression. So someone who's not able to be themselves, basically, but they are in a bit of a pickle here. What did I get on that? The web we weave, which has come up in reverse. So this I do feel that if this person has been deceptive, and I do have my deceiver down here, that is actually unraveling for them, Aquarius. It is unraveling for them with it being in reverse. They have a fear of intimate union as well, just throwing that out there. And here we have them in the despair card, and again, I do not think this is you, but it can be, so you know, you run with it. And the hangman, and this combination is basically depression. I mean, the despair card is brooding, it's worrying. It can indicate headaches, fever, jealousy sometimes, even, you know, anger. But it's more, it's for not hiding is what it says. So this can be a job loss or a fear of job loss. It can be emotional exhaustion. It can be grieving, but none of it is good, basically. The hangman is my Prometheus. He's about self-sacrifice for the greater good of something else. But with this combination, I'm just basically seeing depression. I think I've got scribe, networker, child of nature with the Knight of Pentacles. I think this is someone who, if they don't have a job just now, they're putting out a lot of applications. They're writing everywhere with the networker card, and it's not happening. They are stuck with the Knight of Pentacles to confirm it. The Knight of Pentacles doesn't move at all. Knight of Pentacles is really sweet energy, very humble, very loyal, but there's no movement here. So I really do feel this person's energy is incredibly low. Incredibly low. I'm sort of feeling your top line, and then it's a little bit of a mismatch. So here you are here, your expectations with the Six of Pentacles. So you're hoping, expecting equal give and take in the Six of Pentacles, and, you know, holding a prayer, a vision of the future that you would like versus the one you're currently existing in. The Six of Pentacles can mean kindness or charity. It can be applying for a loan or a mortgage, and there's an expectation of that. So there's still some positivity. The top line is relatively positive but non-active, bit like this. And as I say, the bulk of it is relating to who you're dealing with, and then a little touch on your actual relationship itself. So I also have I'll go up and down. I have the house with the moon. So this is confusion over your house's status, basically. The house is usually your own home. It can be real estate, you know, estate agents. You might be trying to sell your house. You might be confused. I actually think you're more fearful that you're not going to have somewhere to live, or you're going to have to move. Although I'm not getting anything suggesting that you're moving. I think this is more of a fear, Aquarius, with the isolation card. So you may be fearing you're actually going to be put out of the house that you're currently living in. But things aren't clear. Things aren't clear with this moon card. This is Hecate. I mean, her head is literally spinning in this card. See, with this and this, Aquarius, you need to get a grip on this. I know that sounds easy, doesn't it? I know it's not, but I'm saying you're going to exacerbate it. You're going to actually blow these fears out of proportion, and almost manifest them, you know, if we are what we think, so to speak. If you can get yourself into a mindset that whatever comes your way, you can handle it. As Susan Jeffers says, feel the fear and do it anyway. I will handle it. Say it 100 times a day. If you need to do affirmations, you know, binaural beats, whatever it takes, just to get yourself in a place, not necessarily where you think everything's going to be rosy, but you know that you're going to be able to handle whatever comes your way. And that will make you feel a hell of a lot better, and it will stop this. Yeah. But there is fear. There is fear and confusion about, you know, where you're going to end up, with regards to maybe even where you're going to live. I have got a message of concern here. This may be, I think this is relative to this job situation that my hangman is in. I mean, as I say, it can be you, with the Ace of Pentacles and workaholic. So this is, again, the Ace of Pentacles can be new jobs. It is usually a new job. It's a lump sum of money. It's something really tangible and usually really positive, a raise, a promotion, your investments coming in. And it's not to say it won't. I mean, there is a message of concern here. You might be finding out about someone who is struggling on the job front. You might be getting rejected from job applications that you've put out there. Or you might just, I think this might just be a fear, Aquarius. This might just be a fear, because there's fear is all over this. And here we have your relationship itself, the courtship with the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is home and hearth. It's very stable. It normally indicates where you live, the house itself, and your relationship. And we have obviously some insecurity here. And with that, I did get the work we were born to do in reverse. It's like, it almost feels like you don't know if you're supposed to be there anymore. You don't know if you're supposed to be there. You don't know where you're supposed to be, maybe. But here is the relationship itself. And I do think, honestly, this is like a real front job. So I've got the Two of Cups with the Magician, which I'll come on to with Joy and Facade. So this is the partnership, the relationship. Doesn't need to be romantic. It can be a work relationship. And I feel someone is just pretending and putting a face on the fact that they're happy. I don't think they're happy. I think this is just a complete front. I've got the Deceiver at the base here, and the family room. So behind closed doors, we have the Magician with Vanity and Epona's Wild Daughter. So possibly a Gemini or a Virgo, but the Magician with this combination, this is tricky. This is tricky dicky here with sleight of hand, smokes and mirrors. Hermes will lead you to the underground. He's a fantastic companion and a great traveller, but he also will take you to the underworld. He's a thief, basically. That is his MO. He is a thief. He's also vain and greedy with the vanity card here. Massive ego. And Epona's wild daughter. So this is quite Nine of Swords again, but actually this is worse. Epona's wild daughter is depression. It is mental instability. It can actually be madness. It's something that needs addressing, and it's a position that you're put in until you address it, because Epona just sits on your head. This is someone who could actually be having nightmares and visions and hallucinations. You know, it can get that bad if the fear gets a hold of you. If this isn't you, I don't think this is you, but it could be. Epona's going to keep you stuck. There can be denial. This person could be in denial as to what their true nature is, or the state of the relationship. And the relationship does seem to be like a bit of a front. I got Forest of Secrets in reverse here. So with Deceiver and the Forest of Secrets, and that's a 9 and a 9, there's stuff that you don't know about this person, Aquarius, or vice versa. And it is likely to come out. And the fact that it is even possible that it comes out, that they're literally losing their mind over it. At the base of the deck I have my Dark Lady with the Fairies of the Future. I'm sorry, this is such a depressing reading. I have loads of Aquarian placements and makes you feel any better. The Dark Lady is, she's there to take you to the underworld, to be perfectly honest. This can be a real dark night of the soul for you. You might find yourself in a dark place for a while, but the Dark Lady is not to be feared. She is, it's like an empty waiting cavern that she takes you into before that you re-emerge, but she's always there with you. She's trying to maintain your sanity, but at the same time knows that you need to surrender to whatever's going on, and you need to open your eyes to whatever's going on, however painful that may be. And then we get the Fairies of the Future. I sort of feel that this is where you're going, but the Fairies of the Future is about choosing a new path and travel. It's time to travel. It's time to go forward into a more hopeful, brighter future. But you don't get there until you've been through the dark night of the soul. And you don't want to go. I don't think you want to do this. Got the Singer of Initiation at the base. Oh dear. Let's just go for advice, Aquarius. I see, Aquarius, you've been dealing with this situation for such a long time. You know. And what we resist persists. In their defence, they are coming across as a mediator. They may be looking to try and get things sorted here because they are not in a good mind place at all. So what advice do you have for Aquarius for this reading? What advice do you have for Aquarius for this reading? What advice do you have for Aquarius for this reading? What advice do you have? Follow the voice of your soul. What advice do you have for Aquarius? What advice do you have for Aquarius for this reading? What advice do you have for Aquarius? Move in a new direction. And follow the voice of your soul and harness your mystic power. Aquarius is pretty much the same message you've been getting for a year. Just choose, what should we have? I think, did I read the Traveller recently? No, I don't think I did. It was a Trader. Hang on. Traveller. Move in a new direction. The road you're on may be the road less travelled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering inner distance, and you will be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load, because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You're also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way you'll make new friends who will become companions for life. And the star ancestor, which is just lovely. Heed the messages coming directly from your soul. There is a deeper purpose to your human journey. Not only were you born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be a bright light in the world, and there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you at this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming your way recently is not new information but memories. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You are being drawn towards the road that will not only light you up, but also help you light up your corner of the world. Heed the messages coming directly from your soul and travel in a new direction. There you go, Aquarius. Sorry it can't be more joyous. What can I do? I can only read what I get. I do hope it is helpful for you. If you would like a personal, they can be entirely different, so please don't fit this into your life if it's not your story. Like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.